Wintertime during pregnancy can actually bring some hidden complications. So today I want to talk about some winter tips for you moving forward in your wintertime pregnancy. Of course, we always think of moms who are melting during the summer. Not a great time to be pregnant, especially in Phoenix where I work. Wintertime can also have some complications, so I want to be sure that you're aware of them. And these are things that I have seen in my 20 years of labor and delivery experience, so I really know that they happen and it's something that you should be watching for. The first one is watch the ice. If you live in a place where it gets icy, again, I live in Phoenix, so some of these I don't see, but I grew up in Utah and I know that when you're pregnant, it can be hard to keep your balance, and we do not want you falling on your belly during pregnancy. So if you see an icy walkway, think if you can divert around it in any way. Now, if you were to fall on your belly, you need to contact your provider. I know this seems like overkill because we all trip and fall the rest of the time, but falling on your belly can be really problematic. It actually can initiate the placenta pulling off the uterine wall, so we just want to monitor you. There's things we want to watch for, so call your provider if you were to fall on your belly. And if you're not sure if you hit your belly or not, call your provider. And actually, this video comes from a post on my website. I'm going to link it down below in case you want more information about the things that I'm talking about. The second one is hydrating your skin. Now, when you weren't pregnant, you might have not had any skin issues, but a lot of people during pregnancy, suddenly their skin becomes more sensitive and you might find that it's more dry during the winter months. If this is you, tell us down in the comments. And if you have a favorite moisturizer, tell us down in the comments as well. I use a CeraVe, just something that's thick during the winter months. Talk with your provider if you have any questions about what would be right for you and your skin, but just know that the winter can bring increased skin issues because of how dry the air is. Now, this one I hadn't heard talked of at all, but there is a higher risk of cholestasis during pregnancy. Now, cholestasis is when your bile duct gets blocked by your expanding uterus or the baby or something like that, and it can be really problematic in pregnancy. Most often, people know that they have cholestasis because they have itchy palms and itchy feet. Now, if you have an itchy belly, that is not unusual, but if you're finding yourself very itchy during pregnancy, I would bring it up to your provider. It is actually a pretty simple lab test that they can send out. The bad news is it seems to take like 3 days, even in major metropolitan areas. I don't know why it takes so long, but it takes a little bit of time to come back. So if you're having itchy issues during pregnancy, bring it up with your provider. But if you're having like itchy palms, itchy soles of your feet, talk with your provider ASAP. This can actually increase your rate of stillbirth, so it's something that we need to take really seriously. And why it's increased during the winter, I don't know. Maybe people just aren't moving as much. I don't know, but studies show it does increase during the winter months. Now, this one is for people who are due during the winter months. So that is up until about March, April. You got to realize that this is cold, flu, and RSV season. Now, hopefully many of you are getting the RSV shot during pregnancy. And if it's not something that you've heard about, please talk with your provider about when it would be right for you and if it's something that you're interested in. ACOG does recommend the RSV shot, and we have seen a dramatic decrease in newborns with RSV now that moms are getting that shot during pregnancy, so check with your provider. But either way, you are really going to want to cocoon that baby as much as you can during the cold and flu season. That means not letting people hold the baby, which I know can be tricky, but just let them know that it is for baby's best interest. Making sure that people wash their hands, possibly wear a mask, or at least just don't get in the baby's face. For me, during those winter months, I tried to just keep them in the front pack if we needed to go out and about. On my first baby, I was able to stay at home for a long period of time after I had them. But when I had subsequent kids, I had to take them to school and I had to go to school activities. And so it wasn't quite as easy on subsequent babies. So wearing them in the front pack made sure that nobody wants to haul a baby out of the front pack to hold them. It just made it a little bit easier. But either way, you want to make sure that you're cocooning that baby during cold and flu season, which is usually November till about March. Side note, this doesn't mean you can't go out and go on walks. You're really looking about how they're around other people during this time frame. The next one is to dress in layers. It is so problematic during pregnancy because you'll find that one minute you are really cold. And then the next minute, all of a sudden you're really hot. So make sure that you're dressing in layers, a short sleeve shirt with a cardigan over the top so that you can pull off whatever you need and you don't get overheated, because that can lead to other things. So make sure that you're trying to keep your temperature in a good range even while it's cold outside. And finally, during the winter months, it can be difficult to get a birth class in. Sometimes hospitals don't have birth classes scheduled as much due to nurses wanting to spend time with their family. So you can cuddle up on the couch with an online birth class. There's one that I recommend. I'm going to put the link in the show notes, but it's great to cuddle up and dream about things and what life's going to be like after this new baby, but it's also good to get prepared together. Now, to decrease your risk of stillbirth, there's something else that you can do. I'm going to put a video all about that up above. Winter's a great time to do it as you cuddle up with your special person. Thanks for joining us here on The Pregnancy Nurse, where we get you prepared, not scared, for your upcoming hospital birth.